pity him. Pity him and what he stands for, what he represents, what he is, what he's done. And I pity the beating that he's going to have to endure on April 26th. I did what I needed to do. I embarrassed a drug cheat, which is what is needed in this sport. We can't let these people, not be accountable for their actions. We can't let them cheat, get caught cheating, and then act like it's okay and I'm cleared and I can't say why, but no. If you get caught with drugs in your system, especially in a fight against me.
Chris Eubank Jr. is unleashing hell ahead of his showdown with Conor Benn, and he's not holding back for a second. This isn't just a fight for him, it's personal. He's stepping into the ring not just to defeat Benn, but to completely dismantle him. The first time they faced off, Eubank didn't just win. He humiliated Benn, exposing his doping scandal to the world. Now he's making it clear that there's no room for dishonesty in boxing. His warning is fierce. When drugs enter the equation, the punishment isn't just physical, it's about integrity. For Eubank, the minimum consequence for Benn is disgrace, and his message is simple. If you cheat, you pay the price. Chris Eubank Jr. might not say it outright, but the hatred he has for Conor Benn is evident. His intense dislike for Benn will play a huge role in the fight, but whether it works in his favor or against him is the big question.
I'm not going to say I hate because that's too powerful of a word. Extreme dislike. I don't know how that's going to affect my performance, how it's going to affect my training. Maybe it'll be better, maybe it'll be worse. We're going to find.
Will this animosity sharpen his focus, making him a more dangerous fighter? Or will it cloud his judgment and lead to reckless mistakes? Eubank isn't just battling Benn. He's fighting years of built-up resentment, betrayal, and a desire to take down a man he sees as a disgrace to the sport. This is about more than boxing. It's a deeply personal war. The tension is undeniable, and the real controversy is whether Eubank will rise above the chaos or let his emotions lead to his downfall. Eddie Hearn has added fuel to the fire with his bold take on the fight. While many believe Eubank's size makes him the favorite, Hearn insists that Benn has the edge in terms of skill and technique. He sees the fight as a 50-50 matchup with a critical factor, whether Eubank can handle Benn's pressure in the early rounds. If he can weather the storm, he might take control. But if Benn's aggressive attack overwhelms him, it could be over before he even finds his rhythm. It's not just a fight. It's a battle of survival where the opening rounds could determine the winner.
People by a lot smarter than you.
What does it mean?
You have the IQ of a 5-year-old child.
Does that mean that the drugs weren't in your system?
I've been cleared. Done.
There you go.
That's it. No, you keep going on, but I've been cleared.
The entire public wants to know why
but that's the truth.
There were performance-enhancing drugs in your system, and all you and Eddie can come up with
do your research.
After 2.5 years
do your research. Do your
he's
research.
been cleared.
Eddie Hearn didn't hold back during the press conference, taking direct shots at both Eubank Jr. and his father. He pointed out the strained relationship between Eubank and his father, implying that Nigel Benn doesn't even respect Eubank Jr., and that no amount of money could make the elder Eubank back his son. This wasn't just trash talk. It was a deeply personal attack, targeting the family tensions that have long surrounded Eubank's career. What began as a professional rivalry has turned into a bitter personal feud, and with every exchange, the animosity continues to grow. Conor Benn escalated the war of words by boldly declaring that Eubank's career is finished. With unwavering confidence, he proclaimed that this fight would be the final blow to Eubank's fading legacy. He didn't just talk about winning. He went further, calling Eubank's career stagnant and labeling his move to fight a welterweight as a desperate attempt to stay relevant. For Benn, this isn't just another fight. It's a message to the world that Eubank's time at the top is over, and a new challenger is here to take his place.
Of the way.
A lot smarter by people who are a lot smarter than you, Chris.
Listen, I'm sure they are. I'm a fighter.
Oh, well, exactly.
I'm not an academic.
Well, exactly. That's
but
it.
one thing I do know is you are a judge.
What I do know is you're an idiot who's taking this fight because you owe someone some money.
The psychological warfare is at its peak, as Benn tries to shatter Eubank's confidence before they even step into the ring. Ricky Hatton also weighed in on the heated rivalry, noting that while trash talk is part of the sport, some of the comments have crossed the line. He pointed out that true professionals respect the sport and wouldn't stoop to certain levels. Though he found some of the exchanges entertaining, he also acknowledged that things have gotten out of hand. This only highlights how intense the bad blood is between Eubank and Benn. Emotions are running high. The stakes couldn't be greater.
Much bigger. Conor Benn's a better fighter. That's it.
Does that make it a complete 50-50 in your mind?
In my opinion, complete 50-50. I don't think Chris Eubank will be able to hold up to what Conor Benn will do in the first 3 or 4 rounds of the fight. If he does, I think he's a big problem in the fight because he's a much bigger guy.
And the fight is shaping up to be one of the most personal and explosive showdowns in recent history.
How are we feeling about smashing this geezer to pieces April 22nd? If I tell you something now, I can't wait. I can't wait. I look at you, I look at Nigel. I look at Nigel wants to get in the ring and have a tear up.
You know what? Listen, Chris can say what he wants. The bottom line is, his dad don't even like him. You could not pay that man enough money to sit in this man's corner. Now that's an accomplishment.
The anticipation is at an all-time high, and fans can't wait to see how it all unfolds.